I gotta survive and try to stay alive, ho.
All right.
I gotta survive and try to stay alive, ho.
Let's try to figure it out.
Survive and try to stay alive, ho.
So we have an individual of sorts that you might want to check out. I might want to check out. Who the fuck is this person? I don't really know much about them. All right. Campos Duffy. Rachel Campos Duffy. And from comment sections that I'm seeing, apparently this individual was on the MTV's Real World television program, and they were on the same season of the MTV's Real World television program as an individual that went by the nickname I'm guessing of Puck. And I remember seeing that as a child because my biological mother had just died of complications with the AIDS virus, and there was a character in the real world that had the AIDS virus. And as far as I'm concerned, literally, like, MTV broadcasts Puck killing that person, because you can't be a person like Puck around someone with AIDS. You're going to get them sick. And that's literally what we saw in 1994. It was 1993, 94. And yeah, we literally witnessed, like, basically a killing, a deliberate murder. I don't know if you'd say that, but slow motion killing. All right. And Rachel Campos is from that time in entertainment. So kind of an older head, you know, about a Snoop Dogg age head, you know, old Gen Xer. And I had recently made a post on the privately owned social media that some of this boomer shit we're seeing is Gen X, because they're not that young anymore, right? Like, didn't Snoop Dogg, who's Gen X, essentially do like a micro boomer rant about the wet ass pussy records? You know, so we got Gen Xers getting there, taking on their true conservative form that they've always held. All right, so let's check this one out. Rachel Duffy.
Left's dangerous ideology continues its slow creep into all facets of American life. Critical race theory and gender ideology have infected nearly every institution in America. And while conservatives were politely debating ideas and our fancy think tanks were churning out policy papers,
in our fancy think tanks, they really went with fancy think tanks and turning out policy papers. It's like, turn out policy. All y'all niggas do is ban abortions every damn where. Y'all don't really do jack shit. And even at that pause point where I tapped pause to speak, she looks like she's being sarcastic. They don't give a fuck what they say.
progressives were ruthlessly conquering cultural territory. Hollywood, universities, public school, media, big.
And again, like, you neoliberals, yo, like, y'all realize you're always going to get lumped in with us. Like, anything that y'all had any influence on culturally, they're going to say progressive behind it. Well, you know damn well, like, if there ain't no class anal to it, there was no progressivism behind it. Come on.
Tech, Wall Street, and very importantly,
right, like, you could say like, I was a kid in the 90s watching the cartoon shows, right? And King of the Hill popped up in 1996, and Darrier, I think, was 1997, right after it. And Darrier was progressive, right? There was class analysis and, like, serious race analysis all over it. King of the Hill was like liberal conservative back and forth, right? Like, first season, dad's old pickup truck humor. Second season, let's do some lean in feminism, right? Like, and third season, let's fuck about. I think we're on a roll here.
Corporate boards. But the last vestige of the pro-American meritocracy still standing was the U.S. military. From the progressive perspective, the military was too masculine, had way too many Republicans, and a...
And see, now folks tune into this program and say, well, William's one of those progressives. I get on here and be like, hey, what's up with this way too masculine military? Who the fuck says that? They just make it the fuck up.
Dangerous knack of turning minorities into patriotic, self-reliant conservatives. This could not stand.
So now notice she said turning minorities into patriotic, self-reliant conservatives, which speaks to like a default position of the people of whom we classify as minorities are inherently not, what did they say, self-respecting? Let's run that back a bit.
Reliant conservatives, to patriotic, self-reliant conservatives.
Self-reliant, they could not possibly be self-reliant. They're inherently minorities, but the military can turn them into self-reliant and make them patriotic and conservative like you, my target viewer.
This could not stand. Michelle Obama's decision to make military spouses her top initiative as First Lady was the first clue that they had their sights set on the U.S. Armed Forces. Left.
You say, huh? Say what there? All right, so let's hold that in our back pocket. Michelle Obama, it had military spouses as a top initiative. Let's keep that in the bizac of your mizind. And we'll go over here. Apparently they went and found a Congress critter that would like to come on television and say goofy shit.
Well, it's worrisome, Rachel. I'm going to try to get to the bottom to see if our brass and the civilian leaders in the Pentagon are actually going to force our troops to read this racist nonsense.
All right, so now they're claiming that there's critical race theory all over the military and they all have to read it. Oh no. Now me, I don't know what the fuck critical race theory is. I'm that not academic. And motherfuckers might be tuning into this program and be like, nigga, that's what you do. And I'll be like, I don't fucking know. But I doubt that whatever they're claiming is happening. And I see like other like lefty commentators, larger platform lefty commentators. And I think they make an interesting observation when they kind of damn near in unison point out that the right wing only has the culture war to talk about, right? Like that's pretty much all they can lean on. And like even here, he's trying to legislate it, like get it on out of here. We don't want nobody talking about no race around here.
Critical race theory is the false and the odious theory that America is fundamentally racist to its core.
Well, there was that whole 3/5 thing. Yeah, if America is fundamentally racist to its core. Y'all didn't even want other white people to be white. Y'all didn't want Germans to be white, Irish to be white, Italians to be white. Nigga, y'all still be acting like motherfuckers that speak Spanish are not speaking a European language now.
That concepts like the rule of law and equality under the law enshrined in the Declaration of Independence and the Constitution are somehow just a sham for our racist nation.
Well, yeah, the parts y'all push, yeah, they are. They're just a sham. You've never heard of that? Like maybe say like a drug dealer having a front business? There's a whole song about it by Black Rhino called Job and a Hustle. Check it out.
Nothing could be farther from the truth, and we should not teach our young troops this kind of nonsense. That's why my legislation would prohibit it from being part of any formal training curriculum.
Now imagine if this really was some serious training, right? You can't be teaching young McMurkin fellers that something might be racist when we're about to send them off to go shoot some brown folk. Can't do it.
Prohibit universities, the service academies from teaching it, and prohibit it from being forced upon our troops in any ways. Well, it's worrisome, Rachel. I'm going to try to get to the bottom to see if our...
Yeah, he's going, Tom Cotton is going to make sure that y'all can't do that. It's so appropriate that his fucking name is Cotton. All right. And let's catch the bottom end of this.
The government became so obsessed with being politically correct that no one ever stopped to think about what woke policies would do to our military. How would this kind of toxic critical race theory,
woke policies, that shit, that doesn't even sound real, but say the buzzword, right? Say woke, say the left, say progressives, say masculine. It doesn't even matter what the in-between words are, right? Land the dog whistle and sprinkle the treats in between.
to our military? How would this kind of toxic critical race theory steeped in Marxism and anti-Americanism affect our military
right? Say the word Marxism, say anti-Americanism. No other words matter.
Affect our military standards, our readiness, cohesion, morale, recruitment.
Right? She's not even saying sentences, like each one of those was like its own sentence. Readiness, morale, recruitment.
Morale or readiness. Affect our military standards.
It's kind of like when Tariq Nasheed is running out of words to say and he just goes, coon mammy bedwinch. It's like, nigga, what the fuck? That wasn't a sentence.
Americanism. Affect our military standards, our readiness, cohesion, morale, recruitment, readiness, cohesion, morale, recruitment, readiness, cohesion, morale, recruitment, and the level of patriotism that is required to be willing to die for your country.
Patriotism, die for your country.
Did we study or debate what would happen if we trained our military to hate their country or believe that it is systemically racist? The answer is no. These policies were simply handed down through executive orders and mandates within the DoD's civilian leadership. Government became so obsessed with being
just straight up not true. And also, that's not a, what were those last words? You caught that bullshit?
The answer is no. These policies were simply handed down through executive orders and
executive orders. That's not real. There were no executive orders, nigga. You made that up. Fucking clowns to the core forever. There will just always be fucking clowns. Now, Michelle Obama's primary initiative. Let's take a look at that over there. Oop, to skip to do, I just gotta tap F11, bring that down. Let's just see a couple of these, right? So Michelle Obama, when she was first lady, that's such a patriarchal title. First Lady Michelle Obama, right? And this is some old shit, an old archive.gov. And there are some initiatives here. One, let's move. All right. Michelle Obama bringing together community leaders, educators, medical professionals, parents, and others in a nationwide effort to address the challenge of childhood obesity. Another initiative by Michelle Obama, joining forces. Mrs. Obama and Dr. Jill Biden came together to launch Joining Forces, a nationwide initiative calling all McAmericans to rally around service members, veterans, and their families and support them through wellness, education, and employment opportunities. Now, remember what Homegirl said was Michelle Obama's deal. Michelle Obama, you hear the way I talk, I'm terrible.
Dangerous ideology of turning minorities into patriotic, self-reliant conservatives. This could not stand. Michelle Obama's decision to make military spouses her top initiative as First Lady was the first clue that they had their sights set on.
All right, remember, Michelle Obama made military spouses her top initiative. Let's get to a third initiative. Michelle Obama launched the Reach Higher Initiative, an effort to inspire young people across McAmerica to take charge of their future by completing their education past high school at a professional training program, a community college, or a four-year college or university. Yeah. Another Michelle Obama initiative, I'm sure we're getting to the military spouses part. Let Girls Learn. Michelle Obama joined President Obama to launch Let Girls Learn, a U.S. government-wide initiative to help girls around the world go to school and stay in school. As part of this effort, Michelle Obama is calling on countries across the globe to help educate and empower young women, and is changing the stories and struggles of these young women with young people here at home to inspire them to commit to their own education. And I was like, damn, maybe I'm missing the military spouse part. Maybe I'm just not finding it. So I'll look a little more. Oh, on the Advocate over here, 7 education initiatives led by Michelle Obama. All right, let's see. Real quick on the bullet list here. Number 1, the need for post-secondary education. 2, necessity of school counselors. Number 3, girls' education. Nothing we've heard before. 4, education can, check me out, I'm nice. Education for Africanized McAmericans. 5, arts education. All right. 6, healthy school lunches. And 7, fashion education. Neoliberals just fucking disgust me. Fashion education. None of that shit. So this who's this, Rachel Campos Duffy, just made the shit the fuck up. Or whoever produced the segment. I wouldn't be surprised if a teleprompter was involved in this. It's all bullshit, folks. And as the late one said, it's bad for you.